When people ask me where to live in Kalispell, the honest answer is it depends. It depends on what you're optimizing for. Schools, acreage, walkability, whether you want to hear your neighbor's lawnmower or you don't. So let's actually walk through it. I classify 7 different areas, what they're good for and what they're not. So let's dive in. The best neighborhoods in Kalispell. So area 1 is the downtown core Kalispell area. Streets around Main Street, Woodland Park, the historic district. This is where you go if you want walkability, coffee, restaurants, the different events throughout the year. Most of these are older homes, a lot of 1920s and 30s, craftsman and bungalow. Some of them have been beautifully restored. Some of them are projects. So you're trading acreage for character. Lot sizes are small. If you want farm animals, a shop, or a horse, this is not it. Price point. Generally, they start somewhere around $400,000 and go on up depending on size, condition, and location. Section 2, North Kalispell, Buffalo Hill. So Buffalo Hill, Northridge, the area around the golf course, and the hospital. This is established Kalispell. Bigger lots than downtown, mature trees, some mid-century modern, and some newer homes. Buffalo Hill Golf Course runs through part of it, so you get the green space feel without leaving town. This is an area that's great for buyers who want in-town convenience, but more room than the historic district gives you. Downtown is 5 minutes. Price point. Some of the older homes start around $550 million on the golf course lots, just kind of depends. Section 3, Northwest Kalispell. So Stillwater, Reserve Drive, and then on north. This is where most of the newer subdivision growth has happened over the last 10-15 years. Silverbrook Estates is one of the most buyers have heard of. Larger lots by subdivision standards, custom homes, an established HOA. And what sets Silverbrook apart from every other subdivision in town is the amenity package. Clubhouse, community pool, fitness center, tennis and basketball courts, walking trails along the Stillwater River. That kind of amenity package is generally rare for a Kalispell subdivision. If you're coming from a market where community pools are standard, this is the one that will feel familiar. So, price point. Some of the homes in this area you can find for the mid 500s in the smaller subdivisions, up to about $1.5 million for some of the larger homes in Silverbrook. 4, South Kalispell, Ashley Creek. So this is the area kind of down towards the city airport. This is the most underrated part of town. You get bigger lots, you're closer to the lake, and you're on the right side of Highway 93 if you want to avoid the summer tourist traffic heading to Glacier. So it's a mix in here. You get some older farmsteads, some newer builds, and some pockets of 1 to 5 acre parcels. Price point, wide range. So I've seen $450,000 for an older home on a smaller lot, up to $1.2, $1.3 million for newer custom homes on larger acreages. Okay, section 5, Lower Valley. So the Lower Valley area out towards Bigfork and the Flathead River. This is the rural play. 5, 10, 20 acres, outbuildings, horse properties. You give up convenience. Grocery store is about 15 minutes. But if you move to Montana, for Montana, this is the part of Kalispell that still feels like it. Point. So about $800,000 on up to $5 million, depending on acreage and improvements and if you're riverfront. Okay, section 6. So this is kind of the West Kalispell, Foys Lake, Smith Lake area. The bench above the valley, there's views. Some of them have amazing views up here, all the way to Glacier on a clear day. Foys Lake itself is small and quiet. It's not Flathead. You can have lakefront in Kalispell, though, for a fraction of what Flathead Lake costs. $700,000 for off-water homes with views, on up to $2 million plus for actual Foys Lake frontage. Okay, section 7, East Kalispell. So this is as you head out Highway 35 towards Creston. So Holbrook Estates, Countryside, that area. This is the newest piece of Kalispell. Subdivisions have popped up in the last few years, and basically most all these lots are on the larger side. They're newer construction homes, all single family. It's a different value proposition than the west or northwest side. You're closer to Glacier. You're on the right side of town to avoid the Highway 93 bottleneck. And the price per square foot is generally more accessible than Reserve Drive or Silverbrook. Price point about $900,000 up to $1.75 for most of the newer spec homes, with some of the larger custom builds reaching higher. So if you want new construction without the Reserve Drive price premium, this is where buyers are landing right now. So 7 areas, 7 very different lifestyles. The mistake I see buyers make is shopping by price and square footage before they've figured out which version of Kalispell they actually want. That's kind of the conversation that I have to have with every client before we look at a single house. If you're thinking about Kalispell and you want to start there, the link is below in the description to link to my calendar. I'm Corey Olofson, Coldwell Banker Mountain Properties. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any new videos. And if you have a topic you'd like me to cover, drop it in the comments below.